Hello and welcome once again to Mega March. As you can tell, Maria's with me.
I'm here.
And we are also joined by John and Zach from Grab Shiny.
Hello.
Pew, 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 pew.
Oh god, I'm surrounded by pews.
Oh god.
But thank you for coming. It's always good to have you guys.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we watched episode 16, Mega Dreams.
Sounds like a Game Boy port title.
I know.
Oh, it does.
I thought it would be. Well, truthfully, I think that the name of the episode should have been Mega Nightmare because that's what it's about.
Yeah.
Already we found the first hole in it.
But you know, the Mega Man part of it was still to make the dreams good. So yeah.
That's true, but that's like
Debatable.
10% of the episode.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
but it's like
been like.
some of the best 10% of the episode.
It was actually pretty cool.
Yeah. It was
But as I often say, we'll get there.
we'll
Yes.
get there, 'cause
But okay, so I love that the episode just starts with Proto Man driving the minivan and bringing all the kids to soccer practice.
Yeah, that's a big ass van too.
It's so big on the
Yeah.
inside.
Yeah. I thought it was the turtle van. When it was going down the street. I
At
was like,
first-
oh man, Turtle's gonna be in this episode. Let's go. That'll never happen.
I mean, the Power Rangers, crossed over with the Ninja Turtle, so I can't Mega Man.
I love
Did
that
they
episode.
really?
Yeah, it was on in space, and
The
it was
weirdest
stupid.
one part of it was there was a fifth turtle.
There was Venus de Milo.
It was like this female light blue bandana turtle. I was like,
Yeah, it
this
was-
is weird.
Yeah, because there was a live-action turtle show at the time, and there was
Wait,
a fifth one. It
There was a show
Yes.
that was
Yes,
live action.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
weird.
I didn't know
God.
about it.
Maybe that's
But-
where they introduced her or something like that.
Yeah,
it's
just
weird.
Venus de Milo. They
And she
didn't
doesn't
even
look
try.
any different than the normal
Was
turtles,
it at the
as far
time?
as I
Yes.
remember.
Were you just like,
She
why
has
did Power
slightly-
Rangers add this?
Yeah, I really thought they
of
just
that,
added a
yeah.
fifth to balance out how there's 5 Power Rangers. I legit
Yeah.
thought it was like some weird power play move, and also be like, "Yo, we got a female on our team now," kind of thing. And I was like, I mean, that's cool. I don't even remember what weapon she uses. She was pretty useless. Pretty messed
yeah,
up.
yeah. I mean, it's one step for equality, but 10 steps back because
She got her ass beat.
she didn't do anything, and she just barely had turtle titties.
Oof.
And she's a turtle; she shouldn't even have that.
Those are the worst kind of titties too.
I know they're covered by shells.
God.
This is getting weird.
Speaking
But,
of speaking of teams, we're back to the same,
Oh.
same team from last episode.
I thought you were
Yes,
gonna
we are.
say.
Bad guys.
Speaking of
Yeah,
another
they're-
T word, and I was like, wait, how did this go from there to this? I get it now. I got it.
So it's Guts Man, Cut Man, Elect Man,
Bomb
and
Man.
Bomb Man plus
Yeah.
Proto,
Yeah.
the Power Rangers.
Proto Man, the driver.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Proto Man's the DD today.
I always
But,
liked
yeah.
Proto Man. I'm glad
They-
he's in every episode pretty much.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure. He brings a good
He has
dynamic.
to be.
he has the
Okay.
best voice actor too. Just
Yeah.
hands
Yeah.
down to me.
It's not
Really?
Snake Man?
No, it's never Snake Man. That's rule number 1 of the Mega Man Ruby Spears.
Well, wait, what
universe.
if someone says, who's the worst robot master in Ruby Spears? Then the answer is Snake Man? I just saw through your trap.
You're right. Because even Mega Man taking Snake Man's body is better than just normal Snake Man. There's just so many things that could go wrong, and he's still the worst.
So, this episode is about... I like Snake Man too, but not in this. But this episode is about... Wily invented a machine to transport things into dreams.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, but they physically get transported there. It's not just their consciousness, which is
Weird.
all sorts of problems with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they park their van outside the mayor's house. It's so weird how all these old cartoons gave these mayors such authority, or if you think about real life, he would never have these kind of codes or anything
Right.
crazy.
Yeah,
He's a
like-
figurehead.
Right, the point of them
Well-
going into his dreams is to get codes to get into
onto
a
the
space
air-
shuttle, right? Or
It's
something.
on the
Yeah.
base that is holding the space shuttle, I think, or something crazy, right?
Yeah, but this is a pre 9/11 world,
Oh,
so the mayor knew
Mayors
a lot
were-
more stuff.
he was working on his space program for his town. I understand.
Yeah, yeah.
This is Final Fantasy VII all over again.
Oh no.
Oh no, yeah.
But so they go into the mayor's dreams, and then he's like, "Mommy, Daddy," and then Gutsman is so quick to point out that I'm the daddy and that's your mommy.
Yeah,
Like,
Cartman's just like,
Cutman.
oh man, that's right.
So we've learned a little bit more about their personal relationship.
Yeah, I like how they just like. Why is Cutman and Gutsman always the first to be sent in to do something? Especially this is an intelligent operation.
Well, maybe it's because like they're kind of like they're mid tier, so
They do all grunt work. Yeah.
they might screw something up, but if they end up dying, then it's not much of a
It's
loss.
not the worst. Yeah.
Like if the machine messed up and like Proto Man died, they'd be like, "Oh man,
they'd
what do
be
we
screwed.
do?"
No one could stop
Yeah.
Mega Man now.
Yeah, like he's our heavy hitter, you know.
So they're like, "All right, you guys, you're like, you're the up and coming superstars."
Yeah.
And luckily
with it.
enough, they're pretty successful this time. They
Yeah.
do convince this mayor to go get his codes,
Yeah.
and they do get out. So
Also, the mayor he didn't even look like a kid. It was just the mayor's face on this kid body, kind of.
know,
Well, I
kid
guess it was
body.
like a grown man body, but he had like a backwards cap.
Yeah, they
and-
give him a backwards hat, so that ages you down 10 years. Proven fact.
I think he was holding maybe a teddy bear or something.
Yeah, he had a teddy
Yeah,
bear.
he was.
Like,
He was holding a teddy bear.
It was
Well,
ridiculous just
boy.
seeing this grown face with a mustache just
I thought that was
talk
kinda
to his
weird.
mommy and daddy. I'm just like, come on, man. And you
You
know
know,
that
ma-
like it's not
Uh-huh.
like it's possible to show them like as younger selves because later on it shows an adult man but older. Why he's older, I don't know. But there was an age difference, so why didn't they just make him a kid in this dream? It was so weird.
It was really weird.
But maybe
But-
it's just the mayor's personality. Maybe he's a psychopath.
Well, maybe they knew that his parents died in a car accident when he was
Oh.
like 8 years old.
Oh my god.
That's
So they
awful.
brought him right back there, and that's why he believed him.
whoa.
That's some
And his parents happen to look just like Gutsman and Cutman.
very convincing.
That's actually what those designs were based on.
His dead
Parents.
family.
Yeah.
Oh my
Light,
god.
Light and Wiley saw it on the news, and they're like, "Oh man."
This would be really nice to do for this guy. I was like, yes, it would be.
like the
Now let's
kind
put
of-
scissors on Cutman's head. It's like, wait, hold on.
That's like the kind of backstory a villain would have. I guess that's why he had the codes to the space station, because he's
know.
probably on his road to villainhood right there.
Yeah, for sure. But then they go to, is it the police chief next?
Yes.
Yeah, they go to him, and then they're like super like gangland with the
It
like
was
the
amazing.
leather,
So
leather
cool.
vest.
I like
Their
what
outfits
Guts-
were
Spikes.
great.
I like how Gutsman says, "You better get going, or we're gonna get on you," or something clever like that. Like that line. I
Oh.
totally botched it.
Yeah, that wasn't clever.
No, it wasn't very clever.
But what he said was probably clever.
Yeah, but what he said was pretty cool.
My favorite thing was Cutman had one of his cutter blades, but he was like holding it like a shank. Just
Yeah.
threatening him. I was like, oh my god, this is legit kind of
His
scary.
eye was
I
twitching when he was
know.
talking to him, like he really wanted to kill this guy.
I'll stab
Yeah.
you. I'll do it.
It was scary.
It was
Yeah, like
amazing.
mommy and daddy took like, they've been hanging out on the wrong side of town.
Yeah. But that police chief, like I said, he was like way older in his dream for some reason. He was like an old man. And he was like maybe like I don't know, his 30s or late 20s when he was like in his bed when you see him. So I'm like, why was he dreaming that he was just so much older?
With all the stress, it makes him older.
Yeah. Well, why were all the robot masters 50 feet tall?
They gotta be
That's true.
intimidating.
That's true.
I assume they just programmed him in to be like large and scary.
Yeah.
Because later on it shows he can kind of reprogram some things with it.
Yeah. But back in the real world, Mega Man is fighting Elec and Bomb.
Oh yeah.
And he gets stuck to the train tracks.
And then Charge Man comes.
Rebuilt Charge Man.
Rebuilt Charge Man after the last train incident.
This is my moment.
But so Mega Man is stuck to the train tracks, and then he blows up part of it, so he can get off, and he's like, I hate doing this. So does Mega Man just have like some weird hobbies?
Yeah.
Like where he's just often blowing up train tracks against his will?
Maybe he just doesn't like
what do you
vandalizing
mean?
things, you know?
Yeah, I'm sure that's what it meant, but it's just like, he blows up a train track, and he's like, just specifically,
Very
I hate
specific.
this. Yeah.
So he was like, I hate doing that, and I was like, what? I don't
Maybe having to
understand.
get out of
Do
like
this every other weekend, or
bad train scenarios. Maybe he hates getting out of those, or even being put in them.
Yeah, no, he was hanging out with Snake Man last week.
Oh god.
Mega Man, you should blow up the train tracks.
I was really scared when he got off of it that the train was just gonna crash. It's like
Yeah.
I know
so
that scream that he screams, like he's like, oh no, like it sounded legit and very sincere. Like he was like, oh crap, I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
Scream. I
They,
was like, oh, that's some primo acting right
well,
there.
the way that they got that line, fun fact, I read it on IMDb, is that they took Ian Corlett out to actual train tracks and handcuffed him to it. And then a train was coming. He's like, oh no!
Oh no.
I'm gonna have to confirm this. I don't know.
Oh no.
Yeah,
That's method
just,
acting right there. It's amazing.
yeah, just look it up. But there was one really cool, like, I guess, sort of like cinematography trick that they did. It's when Mega Man is flying on Rush, and the camera like does like a pan in, and it closes up on his face, and then when it like pans out, the camera angle is changed. I thought that was really cool. It's like, hey, you did one good thing in this episode.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was just like little touches like that.
I like how like a lot of this could have been prevented if they would have like told the people in their dreams to like dress normally. Because like Mega Man only noticed something was going wrong because like people were driving in their cars in like pajamas and like their boxers and stuff like that, So
it's a fatal flaw in the system for sure.
Yeah.
Well, these people must be like the most superstitious people in the world because they just believe their dreams just right away.
The worst
weird.
one comes a little bit later, but
Yeah, that like
It's like,
yeah,
whoa.
building up to that. It's so strange. Like sometimes I have a dream where something weird happens with someone I know, and then it's just like, that was a weird dream. Instead of
Yeah.
just like, my whole life is altered.
can't believe you did this. What do you mean? Did what?
But I didn't write too much about this episode in general, but there's another fight
Yeah.
on a bridge
Oh, that part.
at this point, and then
I don't know.
Bomb Man like climbs to the top, and then he just falls and lands on a Lek Man, and he defeats them both. I thought that was really funny.
He doesn't even get off an attack. He just gets pretty much pushed off the top.
Yeah,
beam or
he just
whatever,
he just
like
shoots.
shot.
He shoots he shoots to the side a little bit, just to like juke Bomb Man. I was like, Guts Man, no, that's not right. But he just kind of shoots as if he's gonna shoot him, and it like turns, and Bomb Man's like, oh shit, oh no, I'm already falling, and then he falls, and I was like, oh
Yeah.
okay.
He lands right on
What
the
a
Lek Man.
dumb robot, like.
Yeah,
He's already got a
like
coconut
really
mouth.
useless.
it was so weird that Mega was climbing like the bridge to get away from them,
He had
but
rush.
he had Rush with him. He could
That's
I
what
know.
Maria
That's
kept
what I
saying
said.
that,
I was like,
yeah.
why don't you rush jet or like, do rush armor? And then
Yeah.
Jonathan explained to me why he didn't have it. So I was like, oh, poo.
I feel like maybe
no
he just
rush
wanted to be
armor.
rude because he knew Gutsman had no way of shooting him.
Everyone else was on the ground. Yeah, Gutsman was climbing. And then Mega Man does like a charge shot.
He does
Yeah,
a fully
he-
charged shot.
I was
that
like,
the size of a
whoa!
planet.
Yeah,
Has he
Like, I-
done this before in the show? Because that was awesome.
That was the only time that I've seen it so
God,
far.
it was so cool.
So cool. Oh my god.
It
And then
destroyed
it just
Gutsman.
didn't it blow him off the screen?
Yes.
Yeah.
Isn't that what happened?
I think
did,
it like made him go down and it like, curved on the ground and like
Yep.
and it got the
he
rest
took
of
his
them.
momentum like flying and like the explosion I think sent everyone else running away
It was
or blown
so
away.
cool.
It was amazing. I was like, man, you gotta do this more.
Mhm.
All the time.
So at this
So-
point, they've gotten the
Uh-huh.
two codes they need to get into the I guess near the shuttle or whatever,
Yeah.
right? And that's when they're like, well, we got to stop Mega Man before he gets there. And their big plan is to turn them on Mega Man, right?
Yeah.
So they're gonna turn Proto Man into Mega Man and send him into the dreams of the security chief.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the one I was talking about earlier, because that security chief, after he's like sees Mega Man being bad in his dreams, he instantly wakes up. He's just like, "Kill Mega Man now!"
Yeah,
Everyone,
okay.
shoot
So
him on sight.
go ahead.
That's pretty much it.
Okay. All right. It's just like I have an issue with that because his specific orders are destroy Mega Man on sight,
Yeah.
and instead they just arrest him.
Right.
Like bad order following.
You know, they probably thought, like, this is a little weird, maybe, but we're not going to lose our job over it. Weird.
Yeah.
So they tried to compromise. We're like, maybe we can capture Mega Man, bring him to security chief, and then we can kind of, like, hear what he wants to really do, because maybe we just misheard.
Misheard that dream.
Yeah.
But when they surround Mega Man, they put him in handcuffs, and Mega Man's like, I can't disobey them. I don't want to hurt humans. I was like, dude, you don't have to hurt humans. Just run.
Yeah.
I get you're running from the law, and that's kind of messed up. But I mean, it's not like those guys are policemen. They're security guards.
Yeah.
Running from security probably isn't a big deal. Like law enforcement.
Not to mention when there's something blase about the world being taken over. Seems like you could probably prioritize saving the world first, you know?
Yeah, stopping Wily.
But you know, good thing that he let himself get arrested because he ended up saving that guy's life.
But would it even happen if he wasn't on the car?
Someone is gonna have to drive that thing back to where it goes.
Because like as soon as Mega Man
just leave
gets
it
in there, Bomb Man just shoves a C4 on the bottom. Just
Okay,
a
so it
completely
wasn't
different
already
bomb.
there. I kind of missed that.
No,
Was it?
yeah, he sneaks out from a bush, like prone, and just crawls up, slaps a C4 on the bottom, and then crawls back into the bush.
Which is not
It's
his
so
usual
funny.
bomb. So
Yeah.
that means they prepared that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So his own power is just worthless.
Plus, his power doesn't stick to things.
He could have just
They haven't
opened like the
invented-
trunk or something and planted one of his own bombs in there or something. I don't know.
It's like cartoon.
But I guess
bomb.
Mega Man would have noticed. But which he still does later on. But it's weird. I was like, how does he know? Like he heard it, but how does he see under the car from that angle? There's no way you could, right?
I think he just heard the beeping. And he's like,
Well, yeah.
He's like, I know Wily's around. You know, this is Bad News Bears. I saw Bomb Man like 5 minutes ago.
They should have did like the thing where Rush does like an X-ray of like through the vehicle to see the bomb after like hearing the beeping to me, because he does hear it and then like apparently it shows a shot and he's like, oh, it's a bomb or some. He does something and it affirms it, and I'm like, that's all right.
Okay.
I mean, I would be paranoid too if I heard ticking while driving, like really loud.
Yeah, especially when people are already out to kill you.
Yeah.
But he ends up knocking the robot guard and the human guard out of the thing and then jumps out, so it just kind of blows up and no one gets hurt. So good job, Mega Man.
They swing out that car too. Like that
Yeah.
probably hurt.
You probably got some boo-boos, but you know, I'd rather have boo-boos than dead boos.
That's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
So the plan failed and all the bots come out
Yeah.
and fight.
Oh man, it was actually a pretty cool, like, I guess not cool fight, but the way he beats him is pretty cool.
Yeah. It was-
Well, he just copies the bomb.
well, he fights Bomb Man first, just jobs him as per
Oh my
usual.
god, he just threw the bomb, Mega Man just kicked it back.
Yeah.
Every episode something like that happens.
He just gets defeated by his own thing. Then he grabs Bomb Man's power for a second, shoots it at
Elect Man. Right?
Elect Man and the group in total, and then gets rid of it immediately. Touches Elect Man because like, God, let me get rid of this power, please.
Yeah.
And then and then he's like, Rush, grab that fence. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
yo, are they gonna like electrify it and then just like ram the fence into him? Like I thought they were gonna like clothesline
So did
all of
I.
them and shock
That's
the
what I
hell
thought.
out of them. But he just surrounds it and then electrifies it, so they're stuck in the thing. And it's still really cool. It's definitely more Mega Man-esque than, like I said, just slapping fences against people that are this electrified.
Yeah.
That's more of a Guts Man thing.
when Mega Man copied Elecman, it did a cool thing because, like, you know, it does like that stock animation
Oh yeah.
where the power goes into his head, and then he holds his Buster up, and then he,
Mhm.
you know, points to the screen. But this time, it did that. He held his Buster up, and then he just like swung his arm back, and then just went back into hand mode. It was just like,
Oh yeah.
they didn't have to do something special, and they did, and it was
He
really.
was also still holding the fence from prior.
yeah. He did.
Which was
He had
super
he had the
cool.
fence on the other
Maybe
one.
that's why they had to reanimate that scene because of the fence, and they were just like, "Here's our moment to do something cool."
Yeah.
Or maybe it was just a different artist entirely redrawing it.
Maybe you just
It
thought
could-
this is a
could've
tiny
been
king.
both.
Would be cool. And it
But
was.
there was a part when the security chief guy, you know, whoever's in charge,
Mhm.
and he was like, you know, Mega Man was like, "Oh, snap out of it, you know, what's wrong?" And then the security guard was like, "Oh, Mega Man, the dream was so real." And then I was like, "Do you normally think that Mega Man's like 150 feet tall?"
He's never met Mega Man in real life, you know?
Oh, I guess we never
He's
really.
a big celebrity.
He just knows
Yeah.
of Mega Man. So after
dream is
that,
so
he wakes him back up, right?
Yeah. But Wily actually kind of succeeds with his plan at this point.
Yeah, he does.
Right. Because
He
the
gets- he
idea
gets
was to plant a portable version of his machine into the shuttle, right? Before it goes into space. There's a lot of spacey stuff in Mega Man.
Yeah.
Just sending
Well,
stuff off
you know,
into
it's the
space
future.
all
Oh,
the time.
science!
So I guess his idea is to like bring it up to the space station, dreamify everybody on there, and that way he has eyes on the world or whatever.
Yeah,
I thought
yeah.
what he was gonna do was make them make a new machine on there, like reprogram the one, and then like shoot those Dreamwave stuff all over Earth and just have a fucking army of zombies.
Yeah, like a satellite.
Yeah.
like, projection. Yeah, that's what I thought.
But it was just for surveillance, so he could surprise attack, quote unquote, at any time. And I was like, oh, that is severely lamer than what I thought it was going to be done.
Yeah.
But he makes up for it a little bit because the dreams he puts into the people are super cool.
Yeah, you
Well,
know he wrote those plans up. It's just like, this will be so funny.
This is the moment where he sends everyone in, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Everyone that's left is in the dream, so it's just Cut, Guts, and Proto, because the other guys were, I guess, super defeated now.
Right.
But yeah, there's like 2 space guys on the ship,
Mm-hmm.
and the bad guys are in their dream. And then Dr. Light's like, "Oh, I invented a counter machine. Roll's gonna bring it to you." So Mega Man gets to go into the same dream, do some dream battling.
Right.
And dude,
They were wizards.
Sir Mega Man
Yes.
coming out.
Yeah, he had his knight armor on. It was nice.
You're the King Arthur.
That was cool. And then like a giant armored horse would just rush his face off.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I thought that was cool. He, you
It was
know,
silly.
I like how the his helmet had like the Roman.
Yeah, it had like the
Roman feather
mohawk
or
thing.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really cool. I like this season really is all about the alternate version action figure
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Toys never got made for this show, right?
No,
For
they
the
did.
first season, there was
only
stuff
first
in the first
season.
season. Yeah,
And
'cause
then what
Because
happened?
I had like, I think almost all
I had a
of
couple.
them for the.
I guess
for
the
the
toys
first
didn't
season.
sell well enough, right? Which is why it got canceled the next.
I don't know. That's more of a modern problem
Oh yeah.
because like I think back then toys were just kind of an afterthought, but now it's
because this is like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles era, right? Where they lived off of toys and
Oh, that's
Transformers.
true.
So I imagine the toys mattered a lot.
Yeah.
I'm sure they mattered a lot,
Especially with
but
Bandai.
but
That's where, like a lot of their fucking
yeah.
income came from was just toys.
yeah,
it's
but
nutty.
it's just like the shows weren't as high budget as stuff is now because now it's like if this doesn't sell toys, it's not on the air,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And back then, I don't know, I don't.
I imagine
was-
because it's a video game show, maybe the people
Yeah.
with the executives kind of just looked down on it a little bit, didn't want to
Mhm.
put as much effort into it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because they probably don't know. They probably don't know anything about video games. Like a lot of CEOs and stuff, they get put in positions where they don't really they know statistics of it, but they don't know like the behind.
There's the
Of
old,
it.
old white men.
Yeah.
Right, because there's a
I
lot
don't
of
make
cartoon.
money.
There's a lot
With
of
their
video game
hands all
cartoon
evilly.
movies, right? That get canceled
Yeah.
very quick. There's like the Mario and the Mortal Kombat's, and all of them died
Street
very quick
Fighter,
deaths.
yeah.
Street Fighter, yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's neither here nor there. The point is, Sir Mega Man is being awesome, and he's got like a javelin in one hand and a gun arm in the other.
Yeah.
And it's like a magic gun arm apparently, because he shoots Gutsman's sword and it turns into a dragon.
Yeah.
Just because. Awesome. And Maria's like she looked down for a second and she was like, "Where'd the dragon come from?" Like, Dream, don't gotta make no sense.
And I was like, "Oh,
yeah.
Okay."
They were even using magic earlier before Mega Man showed up.
Mm-hmm.
And like, you don't need Snake Man in this episode, period, because they can summon snakes. And I was like, God, he's even more snakes. Worthless. It's crazy.
I thought it was really funny when like, you know, the bad guys are wearing the cloaks, and you can see their eyes through it, and it's just on Proto Man's, you can see the shine of his sunglasses.
Yeah,
and it looks like he's just got long rectangle eyes.
It was really cool.
I thought it was cool but funny. And then like they take off the robes and there's regular size, so the eye thing just stops making sense.
I actually liked that like a lot. How they were normal sized underneath the big thing going on.
It was a visually comedic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Speaking of visually comedic, Wily had this massive like head vein on his like.
Oh yeah, he's just permanently angry.
He must have been on something.
Is he? Does he angry. Always have that? Or
no.
So that was like the only episode where like, because you're right, it was on him like the entire episode. Like maybe not in the very beginning, but it was every time I remember seeing him, he had that on his head, the little angry anime thing. But
and like I thought it was just gonna be for one scene, but he kept moving his head and it was moving with him. Okay, they're committed to this.
He's just mad. He's so mad.
Yeah. But in the dream, Mega Man's like, go destroy the blinky thing, and you'd think that if they saw that normally, they would still like destroy it because they don't know what it is.
They just destroy everything on the space station.
Yeah, I said that they would first run into like the oxygen generator.
Oh no!
But
there's like a big shiny button that like keeps all like the doors like shut.
Yeah, it's like open the hatch.
Yeah, they just get slung out into space.
Oh man!
Right, but they win. He wins and everything, and they go do that, and they're sucked out of the dream. Did you expect Mega Man to show up there too?
Where Wily is, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't. I thought they would be sent back to their respective dream machines.
Yes, that's what I thought, but that
would make way more sense to me still. But
yeah, well, Mega Man and Proto Man were like,
I guess they were
each other, like fighting.
Yeah,
so, he brought him.
I think Rush also came too.
Yeah, Rush did.
That was weird.
There was some good like comedy here, because the Robot Masters are like running away from Mega Man, and they run inside the van, and then the stalactites fall through the van, and then they immediately just run out. Like they were in there for like a second.
We're gonna go in here. I think Mega Man shot the stalactites.
He shot him down.
Yeah.
and then Wily was like, he's like, hold them off while I run away.
Yeah.
And then he gets in, and then
Proto Man's like, screw you, Wily. Everyone jumps on
jump on and hang on while it's flying away.
Yeah. I thought that was funny.
Oh, it was
so
great.
Good. I think when they were flying out too, like I think John said, they weren't even on the
vehicle. The very next shot, they're not even on the helicopter.
Like they must have just like got on the sides and then eventually get to the back and made them open the door.
Yeah. Or they just, fell off into the forest.
Yeah. And
but
that's pretty much the episode, right? They go back. I don't remember what they talked about at the end. It was just that Mega Man and Rush were playing checkers. It was dumb.
But the episode ends with Light being like, now that we have a counter for this dream machine, Wily's probably not going to use it again because we can easily stop him. And then they're playing checkers, and Mega Man's like, Rush is so dumb and also a dog. I'm beating his butt. And then here comes Roll, like sleepwalking. Like she wins the checkers game, so she proves that she's not only the strongest character in the show, but also checkers master. Checkers master.
It's sad that Mega falls for it.
Yeah. It's like, wait, robots don't sleep.
Ah, you got me. I was just like, please stop. Please.
Yeah.
Rush like drags all the bets they made to him.
He
Too
gives,
bad.
gives half of it to roll.
Funny.
But yeah, that's pretty much the whole episode. I wasn't feeling the ending song this time.
I like the ending song.
I liked it. I liked it.
I mean, I didn't hate it like that first one, but I didn't love it like that other one that I loved.
Can I say it was definitely of the time period?
I think
Yes.
all of them
Oh, for
are.
sure.
Yeah.
That was
Which are
very
great.
hard. Dead music genre definitely for now.
That was the Pearl Jam. Or
Yes.
whatever the hell was similar to that.
Even flow.
I could have done some even flow.
But it was a
Man.
pretty good episode, even though there was
Rock
only like
the
a few
world.
things to touch on, you know.
Yeah, it was just straightforward, kind of by the books, but it wasn't like offensive. It was just
Yeah.
kind of it was silly, you know. It was just a silly episode.
And it had a moment, you know, with all the armor stuff at the end. Like, that's
Yeah.
a moment I'm going to remember about the Mega Man cartoon,
Yeah.
you know?
If anything,
Yeah, it
I
was
would want a toy of Gutsman and Cutman in their like street thug outfits.
That was so cool.
Because they just looked awesome.
They did, like, they had the spikes on the shoulders and stuff.
Yeah, it was super cool.
Yeah.
Very like West Side Story to me.
Oh, I remember. You better. What Gutsman says? He says, "You better get going, or you're gonna be the one that's gonna get it. Get it?" That's what he says.
You gotta get it.
Yeah.
It is a very Gutsman thing, but also
Yeah.
And I thought
kind
I
of
was
clever
like-
for him too.
I was just like, yeah.
Yeah, you've got
beat it,
guts.
nerd.
But yeah, I guess that's this episode in the books. Anything final to add? I've said my piece.
No.
Same.
Gangster Cutman and Gutsman all the way.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know. Sir Mega Man might have a word for them.
I would have got his toy. Oh my god.
Yeah, me too.
Mhm.
Hopefully it came with like a dragon shot attachment.
Dude, I don't like playing what ifs when it comes to stuff like this. We need to get a 3D printer and make this happen.
Whoa.
All right, that's gonna do it. Thank you guys for coming. I love having you on the show, and yeah, just thank you, really.
Yeah, it was fun, man.
And thanks, Maria, for doing this right before bedtime.
Yep. You're welcome.
And thanks me for nothing,
Thank
nothing in
God
particular.
for me.
All right, that's it.
Bye.
All right, yeah.
Bye.
Bye. Have a good one.
Bye bye.